Okay, I'm back on the Honda GC190 pressure washer. As you can see, I got the side cover off. Obviously, this is the good engine. The parts engine has already pretty much been stripped for parts. This one still has its carburetor, its intake, its valve cover. The timing belt is still intact. It's in good shape. Don't want to move anything too much. Don't want to throw the timing off. But I did find some carnage. As you can see, that governor arm is bent. It's no longer in contact with the governor. There's no visible damage on the crankshaft. I will spin it over a little bit. I'll probably have to pull the spark plug out to do so I'm not fighting compression. I have not seen any physical damage on the crankshaft, on the rod cap. This one you want to check the rod, but these are built in fairly tight tolerances. I can't really see something like that happening. I'll show you this one right here. This is the one from the parts engine. That's what it should look like. And this one here is in good condition and it's touching. I was originally thinking I was going to find a completely exploded governor in here, but no, the governor is actually still in good shape. It's still moving, but this arm is very stiff. So I knew that was an issue. I thought this may have seized. I know James Cameron or something like that on YouTube, he does a lot of generators, had one where this was actually seized up. I was thinking I had a similar issue, but no. When this got bent over, it came in contact with the case, and that's actually what's jamming it up. I don't know if somebody did this deliberately. As you can see, there's not much for gasket on here. Then actually there is glue or silicone. So I'm thinking someone possibly did this deliberately. As you can see, there is actually white silicone on here. So someone has definitely been into this engine before. I think they deliberately disabled the governor, possibly trying to blow up the little Honda. But the little Honda, maybe it wouldn't run after they did that. I really don't know. This engine actually runs really good. There's no knocks, there's no ticks. It's a decent sounding little engine. Just somebody was in here and was having some fun. This was definitely on a pressure washer originally, since the original front cover said 2500 psi at 2.5 gallons. I do believe it's behind me. There's no real need to look at it. So anyways, I'm going to get this all cleaned up, get this silicone cleaned up. I have black RTV that'll be going on this. That's what you should be using when in contact with oil. I'll give the surface a spray of a carburetor cleaner, since that's all I have. Same with this one right here. I got to clean out the inside of this one right here with some carburetor cleaner. There is some debris in here as well. Don't really want that getting up into the engine. So, a few different scenarios on why they did this. Possibly they bypassed the governor. They may have had this on a go-kart at one time as well after the pressure washer failed. I really don't know. I'm happy it's not blown up completely. I'm happy it actually does run fairly good. So I'm hoping just by fixing the governor and putting everything back together, we should be good. I'm also thinking with this here, they could have bent that over because they left the arm. The arm was on here. It's off the side right now. So they could just do governor bypass. Maybe they didn't know how to fully do a governor bypass. That's what I'm kind of thinking. This came from a farm with a lot of migrant workers, so possibly they did use something like that with it. Who knows? But it's going to go back together. It's going to go back together correctly, and hopefully all will be good. The seals here for the crankshaft are in good shape still, so there's no real worry about having to replace that. Like I said, the timing belt's in good shape. I'm going to pull the spark plug out, spin it over a bit by hand, just double check the crank and make sure there's no visible damage that I can see, and get this glued back together. I'll let it sit overnight before putting oil in it. That's what I normally do when I use RTV. I use RTV black. It is oil resistant, so we should be good to go and get this back together. So I'll talk to them later. Please keep it redneck like always, and please subscribe and comment. And you never know what you'll find from an auction engine.